Yeah, nobody's perfect in their dating history and stuff. And I have no clue. I've never spoke with Nate at all. So I just want to hear his side for sure. Because sometimes, there are people who, let's make a viral TikTok because the guys on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, you see it every season now. Somebody's trying to call somebody out for something. So
what about Rachel? Do you still think Rachel's a red flag, Ivan? Tell me about that comment.
No. So on our last episode of the Vibe podcast, we go deep into the whole red flag discussion with a licensed therapist, the Back to Love doc on Instagram, and we talk about it. We define what a red flag is. We go deep into it, so I want everybody to go listen to that. But like the way I view a red flag, and that's what I think was triggering for a lot of people, is I think there's different levels of red flags. Like it's a new term. I think people, most people and younger people would say like they see it on social media and TikTok where it's like a funny joke, like somebody has a weird quirk to them and that's a red flag, It's then there's like more serious red flags, like physical abuse or drug abuse and all that stuff, right? So there's levels of red flags. So it's like a red flag more so to me is just like a warning sign or thing that needs to be addressed, which is what I thought Tino did. Like Tino was like, hey, before I move on from this, I need to discuss my feelings over this situation because I don't feel right with it. So that's it's red flag, just like a quick little stop. Doesn't have to be too serious. What I've learned is I'm never going to use that term again. No, Rachel's not a red flag. She's wonderful. She's learning a lot. That's a tough situation. She's still pretty young too, but
yeah, she is.
But yeah, even her though, like if she had to look back and say like, man, I should have went on that date to spend more time with those guys. If that was her actual decision, then I think she would even say like, yeah, I should have done that. I let things kind of get to me and whatnot. So yes, Rachel's not a red flag. She's a great girl.
Do you think Nate still's got a shot for the Bachelor gig after, I'm sure you saw again, it's not necessarily worth getting into. We don't know the truth about these messages. In case you guys didn't know, there are these two girls who claim that Nate was two-timing them, basically dating at the same time, and lied about whether he had a daughter or something. Mm-hmm. He has said there's two sides to every story and that he, I'm sure he'll get his chance to talk about it at the Men Tell All because he can't just say what he wants necessarily because he's under a contract. But I feel like they were kind of laying on a Bachelorette pretty thick. And it's been a minute since we had a single parent in the role. It was pretty successful, those seasons with your Emily Maynard and your Jason Mesnick back in the day. What do you guys think? Do you think he's got a shot? Do you think he would be a good Bachelor? What's your take on Nate post-Gabby?
I say when it comes down to it, depends on, say, if he's at Men Tell All and like how he talks and addresses some of these issues that's coming up. Depends on how he sheds light on certain things and how he wants to, basically discuss it and be open and honest and genuine and authentic about what's going on. And if he can, not saying convince the public, but just educate the public on his side of the story and making sure everything's like, linking up right, there's still a chance. It's still a good chance. You never know. Like the producers might be like, we still like to have you come back. Or they might be like, this is still too much baggage for us to carry on this next journey with us. It really depends on how they view it. But I think there's a chance as long as he's able to be open and communicate to everybody, his fans, the show's fans, everybody, so they can kind of get behind him on possibly being the next lead.
Yep. And I mean, like, a lot of people, nobody's perfect in their dating history and stuff. And I have no clue. I've never spoke with Nate at all. So I just want to hear his side for sure. Because sometimes, there are people who, let's make a viral TikTok because the guys on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, you see it every season now. Somebody's trying to call somebody out for something. So these guys, they're on the show and they can't, talk back. So would love to just hear his side. And then if he did have some wrongdoings, I'm sure he'll apologize and all that stuff. Would love to see him as the Bachelor. I will say it's honestly been tough for me to figure out who could be the Bachelor out of this season. What I would like to see the most, honestly, since we just had a double Bachelorette season, I want to see a double Bachelor season, and then we get back to the regular programming. We're here now. Let's just do it. A double Bachelor season. Maybe two guys who are close friends from this season, or Michelle season, or Katie season, or something, and let's see how that works out too.
That would be a great view. Yes.
I think I feel like they got to be considering it. People are going to be asking why if they don't. But do you think that two guys who've been on the show, do you think they would be able to, if you guys were single and they asked you to do it, do you guys think you would, your friendship would survive or thrive the way Gabby and Rachel seemingly is? Like, they really do seem to think about each other before anyone else.
Yeah, definitely hypothetically speaking. For example, if Demar and I were single and the two Bachelors, I don't know how Demar
I know you're not, but in theory.
Yeah. I don't know how Demar would take all that rejection because he have too much.
hey. No, I'm very secure where I'm at. If you want to reject me, that you're doing my work for me. I'll be okay. Okay.
Yeah, all jokes aside, like whenever people are too close friends, I know Demar and I, like, we would help each other through it, which I think Rachel and Gabby are doing a great job of it too. And I would be genuinely happy if he's finding, somebody he's falling in love with. And even if there were more people that wanted to, go with after him, like I'd be fine with that too, because I'm happy for my friend at the end of the day. So just focus on the few people that I would have and go from there. I think it would be a very interesting dynamic and something that they should definitely do. Like now, since we're already here, I really want to see that now.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Ivan, is there anybody that stands out in your mind who you'd be like, oh, that'd be kind of a cool friendship to see on screen in the lead, shoes?
That's a great question. And I really want to see how Paradise unfolds. I want to see who's single out of that. Who hangs out a lot?
I feel like a lot of people, who knows, because I think they might, I know Andrew was in Paradise, but a lot of people say Andrew and Greg.
Oh, yep. I don't know if Greg still got a girlfriend. Greg would be great. I've met Andrew. He's a cool guy, and they're both, really popular in the franchise. That'd be, Greg's got a ton of fans too. So they both, that'd be a cool season to watch, I think. So